Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here on the Ironman profile. In today's video, we're finally going to be fixing up our melon farm that we built way back on episode 700, and then we had it griefed because of a ridiculous bug. We're finally going to be fixing it and also expanding upon it in a sense by building a duplicate farm that is for pumpkin. So we're finally going to have two awesome farms up and running that we desperately need if we ever want a max garden. If you guys are excited for that and want to learn how to build these farms, make sure you guys stick around for today's video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe though, and without further ado, let's jump right into it. Super quickly though, if you do ever find yourself checking on the Hypixel store, whether it be for an upcoming fire sale, a seasonal bundle, some skyblock gems for some booster cookies, or anything else in between, don't forget to use my career code on checkout. It is code Zach, spelled just like my name, ZACH. If you type that in on checkout, you will actually save 5% on your purchase. It's a great way to support myself and the channel, and I do greatly appreciate it. But without further ado, let's jump right into today's episode. So today we are back on the garden, and it's time to put some work into some of the farms. This melon farm needs to be fixed up quite a bit, in all honesty. It's here, it's all planted, like it's ready to go, and as you can see, like we used to use this thing before. Obviously then my garden got griefed, which is great. If you guys remember that little bug that happened a little while back, still can't believe that happened. Like the fact that people, it was crazy. If you guys don't remember that, make sure you go back like a couple months. But we need to rebuild the switchbacks on the melon farm, and the reason why I want to do that is because I also want to go ahead and build the pumpkin farm today, or that's the goal at least. And I want to build the pumpkin farm on these two plots over here. Basically going to have the pumpkin farm be the exact same as our melon farm on this side, but obviously with pumpkins. So that's the goal today. I'm going to go ahead and build the switchbacks first, just to get one farm fully functional. I need to make sure that I do still have the plot save, though, of it unplanted. I want to say that I do. So let's go into, let's say we were to modify a plot. Let's just like click on a random one. Let's say this one here. What do I have this saved as? Just melon. So I'm assuming that's what this is, and I really hope it's just unplanted though, if that makes sense. So that's the goal. Yeah, I want to basically get a better pumpkin farm going, because right now I have like my old mega farm V2, which is over here, but this farm over here is designed for drop downs and teleport pads. Drop downs aren't terrible, but having to have teleport pads is really the other issue. And I want to try and condense every single crop that I have in these 5 into its own 2-plot farm. Basically, it just makes it more efficient for if I ever use my sprayinator. But as you can see, like you work your way across, you drop down, and then there's teleport pads that were supposed to take you to the next row and stuff. That doesn't work anymore, obviously. No more teleport pads. So yeah, it's time for something new. And then this was our original design. As you can see, you work your way down the floors, just keep dropping down. Once you reach to the bottom, it would teleport pad you back up to the top. Also, this whole old mega farm doesn't work anymore. This is going to be torn down soon, officially, but yeah, that's the goal for today. We want to fix up the melon farm and finally get a proper pumpkin farm going. Okay, some time has passed. I've been busy at work. I've fixed the switchbacks on one whole side of the melon farm. Basically, for anyone that doesn't know what I mean by switchbacks, by the way, it's, let's say I'm working my way, coming this way, I get to the end, and I can just swap over lanes like so. Just need to watch out for this little trapdoor, but it should be okay. I remember like being worried about that, and then when I actually started farming the farm, it was completely fine. So yeah, all the switchbacks should be done for this side. Now it's a matter of replicating this on the other side of the farm. It's a little bit more tedious on the other side of the farm, mainly because I have this other plot here that isn't empty, and so I'm like looking down at this mess, basically. So it's gonna be a little bit of a pain. The farm's pretty long, so having to fly to the end of each row just to be able to access it is a little bit ridiculous, but it is what it is. It has to be done. It has to. And yeah, it kind of starts right here. This is where we kind of head underneath, like so. Ooh, do I want? Yeah, I'll do it on this block. Okay, I want to do it on the second block. I think that's going to be more worthwhile. You basically just work your way here, though. Put down some trap doors so that the water stops flowing everywhere. Actually, here goes stone brick, then this. Then I break this block, that block, and then snow right here like so. Beautiful. And wait a second, why is it higher than the... Okay, wait, now I'm really confused. I am really confused now. It's supposed to be the same level as the soul sand, and on this side I feel like it was the same level, but now on that side it's not. I'm very, very confused. Let's see here. Let me hop in here. Let's say I'm on the soul sand. It's the same. What? I'm so confused. Okay, I'll have to think about that. What? I remember now. For some reason, there's a difference between 8 snow layers, which is a full block, and having like just a regular block of snow. Like, look at this, for example. So these are all 8 snow layers. If I were to go ahead and put a regular snow block right here, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm going up in height. Like, what? Why? It should be the same. Look, they look the exact same. That is so wonky. So, yeah, I guess that's why you have to do snow layers. It actually makes it the same level as the soul sand and doesn't bug it out. That's so strange, though. So, some more time has passed, and I think the melon farm is back to being fully operational. All the switchbacks should be in place on both sides, and, yeah, the melon farm should be back in use, honestly. It should be ready to go again, which is super nice. Now, I just need to replicate almost everything I just did a couple plots over for the pumpkin farm, which is where it's going to be a little bit more tedious. Building the switchbacks isn't the end of the world, but fixing up everything else might take a little bit of time. And obviously, I still need to make sure that I need to have a melon and pumpkin farm quite functional, because I'm like barely milestone 30 in both of those crops. So yeah, definitely some work to do. But as you can see, all the switchbacks on this side, and trust me, they're all done the way at the end. So yeah, super nice. Should be all set. Now it's time to actually clear out some plots. I still have some plots I haven't even cleared out yet, because I was like, oh, I'll clear them out whenever I go to build a farm. Now I wish I cleared them out beforehand, because clearing out plots is so tedious. I don't know why it is the way that it is, but I need to clear out this plot here and this one right at the end, and it's going to take a minute. There's a lot of trees and rocks and bushes to clean up. Alrighty, first of 2 plots is now cleared out, as you can see. One thing I want to check really quickly, actually, I think I can do this from my desk. If we go ahead and paste this farm, yeah, let's paste this. Is this the melon farm we have unplanted? It is. Oh my goodness, yes it is. Thank goodness. Okay, I was actually very worried, I'm not gonna lie. I was mainly worried that I had like a planted version or like a more scuffed version, because placing these ladders is disgustingly long. So the fact we have a version of it is very, very good. So this is huge. We're gonna let that go and plant, or spawn in, I guess you could say. And now I need to go ahead and clear out this plot, because we need a 2 plot long pumpkin farm. So yeah, gonna keep doing this. It's gonna take a couple minutes, not gonna lie. It's a little tedious, but it'll be worth it in the end, especially because, I mean, these plots just needed to be cleared out eventually anyways, in all honesty. I've been putting these off for way too long. There's a lot of things I've been putting off for almost years at this point. Any second now. Oh, wait, I need this. Come back, please. Thank you very much. Yeah, we should be completely done now. There we go. The plot is fully cleared. This one was a little bit more tedious than this one. I can't even lie. But it is what it is. It's done. Now, if we go to configure plot, we're going to go and paste the melon preset on this one as well. And now that that's done, we basically need to plant and then start building switchbacks all over again, which is super fun. But as you can see, we have our melon farm there, our pumpkin farm over here. It's looking good so far, honestly. It is. So I'm very happy about that. However, it's going to be a little backwards, because we're going to have it so that you hop on the farm at the end here, go that way. So you're actually going to be running this farm in the backwards direction. It's basically just flipped of the melon farm is the best way to put it. So because I want to have it so that it spits me out into the void on this side, which I think it will, if I'm not mistaken. So that should be good. However, I do need to actually build an extra water layer for this back row. If we go ahead and look at the melon farm over here as it loads in, I built an extra kind of water layer on these back ones, and I need to do the same on the other. Otherwise, for some reason, it just doesn't moisturize like this top row properly. So let me do that too. Obviously, now it is time to plant, as you can see me doing. Almost done here. Gotta make sure I have enough seeds, because if you run out of seeds on the row that you just sent your little basket of seeds down, it is so tedious running down trying to figure out where it stopped, and looks like I had just enough. There we go. The full pumpkin farm is now planted, which is super good. It's going to become very, very orange in this area of my garden, but now it is time to build the switchbacks. Otherwise, this farm is unfarmable, which obviously I want to be able to farm it. That would be kind of ideal, you know, being able to actually use the thing I'm making. So we got this to do, and then as I was saying before, I just forgot to, and I honestly just remembered now to build out 2 more sources of water. Or do I need to build 3? Let me see here. No, I don't think I need one for the bottom. I think it's just the second and third row that like run out of water like a ton. Like, yeah, I know this top one does. And do I have water down below this? I think I have to go to the end to actually see it real quick. I do. Okay, so yeah, just put a water source beside these ones. Okay, perfect. So 1, 1, 2, 1. Beautiful. Let me go replicate this. Guys, I can't lie. I'm getting real tired of building these switchbacks. These are getting a little tedious. I think I've completely finished this side of the pumpkin farm, if I'm not mistaken. The only real way to know if you've messed up or not is farming it. So I'm going to find out very quickly after I'm done this if it's all working or not. But I think it is on this side. So now I just need to build these switchbacks on the far end, and then our melon and pumpkin farm should be fully operational. These things are insane. Actually, something I haven't really covered today is like the actual design of them, because I believe on episode 700, if I'm not mistaken, we built the original melon farm, or we built this melon farm over here. And then obviously there was the bug where people were somehow on my garden and rearranging plots and griefing stuff. So I had to repaste them and rebuild them, and finally just got back to building the switchbacks today. But if you're wondering what the design is, I actually stole it from another fellow YouTuber named It's Actually Bear. And I think he got the design from Melon King, but It's Actually Bear made a really good guide that I was able to follow. So I'm going to leave a link to that in the description down below if you're looking to basically replicate this pumpkin or melon farm. And then also my garden is always open though. If you don't feel like watching a video, you can just come to my garden, count out the blocks yourself. It looks more confusing than it is. Like when you're looking at the side of this, you're like, where's the pattern? You know, like how do I even figure this out? So yeah, but you can feel free to visit and count the blocks and figure it out, or go back to episode 700 when I built it, or check out Actually Bear's video in the description down below. The farm should be all done, if I'm not mistaken. I should have the switchbacks all done on both sides of every pumpkin and melon row for both of these crops, which is awesome. So yeah, really excited about that. It should be all done on here, and I know we finished it over here. The only real way to know and double check that everything is okay though is to actually farm it. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and hop into the pumpkin farm. It's the crop I probably need more of at the moment, out of melon and pumpkin obviously. But yeah, gonna go ahead and give this thing a test. I was just making sure I would have the right yaw, and remembering how to actually farm this thing is a little bit tricky, but once I get it figured out, then we should be all set to go. Alrighty, I just ran through the farm quickly once. It happened to be a pumpkin contest. I started 3 minutes late because that's just when I finished it, and there's still 3.5 minutes left to go. Probably 4 minutes left in the contest by the time I stop, so this farm takes about 12 or 13 minutes to go through, which is actually fine. The reason why that's okay is, I mean, look how much of it has regrown by the time I got to the end. Like, it's crazy how fast your crops regrow when you're garden level 15, so yeah, but all the switchbacks worked perfectly fine. It plopped me out into the void, and I spawned right back at the start. So the pumpkin farm is all good to go. This thing is running smoothly, and yeah, hopefully we can just end up getting a ton of pumpkin this way. I mean, I don't think I had much left, so I think this is close to all from that, like, 13 minutes I was farming, which is really good. So quite happy about that. Obviously, we have a lot of pumpkin to farm. The main reason is composter upgrades, not to mention crop milestones are also a thing. But I need 64 polished pumpkin for my next multi-drop upgrade, so yeah, a little bit pricey. 64 squash, honestly, is what scares me more than the actual, like, pumpkin itself. But, you know, it is what it is. And in terms of our garden milestones, we're currently only pumpkin 29. So this farm is more needed than some of you might realize. Actually huge that we got this built today, though. I can't wait to put this thing to use. I think I got a couple squash as well. How are we looking on squash? Because this is what's honestly holding me back the most from some composter upgrades. We have 74, which sounds all right. But this upgrade's 128, and I'm pretty sure there's an upgrade past this, which requires 256 squash before it actually starts getting into the fermento. I'm not too worried about the fermento ones, though. Actually, I meant to go to the island, not the hub. If we go to the island really quickly, if the game will allow it. The reason why I'm not too worried is I've been saving fermento, like a lot of it. Like a lot of fermento. So this is all regular fermento, and then after that it goes to condensed that it requires, and I've also been saving a lot of that as well. So yeah, been doing my best to save as much of it as possible. We're completely done with crappie though, which is super nice. So now I'm kind of just collecting a massive excess of it. I already have an extra 800, and I think I gave a couple stacks to the twins a couple weeks ago as well when they were online for a little bit. And yeah, now it's squash. Squash is the name of the game. We need a ton of it, and it's going to hold me back from some upgrades. It's that time. It's that time to see if our minions, though, have been useful while we've been away. Obviously, we're on a crazy dry spell of, like, 10 or, like, right, I think this will make it 10. If there's no vertexes in here, I think we've gone 5 full days without a vertex, which would be so disgusting. I'd be so sad. So hopefully that's not the case. We've used 44 fuels to get 14 vertexes. I know there's 13 here. I've used one before. I've also already gone ahead and made 2 hypergolic gabagool, and we're actually going to just get them ready to go into Inferno fuel blocks really quickly. And then not only are we doing that today, though, I also have eye drops ready. We're going to go and upgrade these minions because hopefully they've been on good behavior and have some vertexes for me, and we're going to reward them with some upgrades, okay? In a perfect world. But time to see. This is our level 4 minion. Let's see what he's got. That is not good. 16 chili peppers? That feels really low as well. That's kind of crazy. Okay, so yeah, unfortunately, nothing for us, which is great. You know, it's fine. Terrific, some might say. Not me, but you know. Either way, we're gonna pick this thing up. We need to upgrade him a little bit. Maybe he just needs some more motivation. You know, that's what I'm hopeful of. So we're gonna make him a level 5. So from level 4 to 5, it's action time going up a bunch, and that's it. So let's go and do that. And then does wait a sec. I didn't even think about this. Is tier 6 just storage? No, it's action time as well. Action time and storage. Okay, so I think we're gonna make this thing tier 6. Hopefully I don't regret this. Boom. There we go. We got 2 Skyblock XP from all that, by the way. That's great. Either way, let's go and put him back down. Tier 6 Inferno minion. Bro's looking kind of crazy. Can't lie. Let's go ahead and slap everything back into him. And we're going to go and put a Hypergolic Fuel. And we're going to go ahead and splash him with some eye drops. And then we'll place back down his storage chest. Please go crazy. You're level 6 now. I have much higher hopes than when you were level 4. This dude, he's a level 3. I'm a little more lenient with him. But that doesn't mean... Dude, that's actually insane. We have gone 10 fuels without anything. That's crazy. That's actually insane. Okay, well, let's pick this dude up. We're going to upgrade him to a tier 4. Oh, my goodness. How is that even possible, though? 10 fuels with nothing? Oh, wait, that was cheaper than I thought. It was only 16. Okay, cool. Dope. Well, let's place him back down. Man. Oh, that's insane. That's actually insane. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, let's go put that on. The eye drops. Dude, I need some vertexes, man. I wanted to craft my, like, tier 3 dagger, like, a week ago. They're pushing my buttons. They're pushing me to my limits. But, hopefully, now that they've leveled up, they're more motivated to go a little crazy. How's the action time looking like when we have 10 down? 13.3 seconds on the tier 6, and on the tier 4, it's 14.3. So yeah, they're chugging now. They should be chugging. Hopefully chugging out some vertexes. But yeah, I finally listened. We upgraded the minions. Now I have to grind even more molten powder though for when we hopefully, inevitably, eventually get 3 more vertexes. So yeah, we got some work ahead of us with those guys. I can't lie, but happy with where they're at, kinda. But do I need to start seeing some results? The fact that we've gone 10 fuels without a single vertex is getting a little disgusting. Alrighty, I just hopped in the cactus farm because I had a visitor that required some, and trying to take care of my visitors as much as possible, obviously. We're only at 3,200 of the 10,000 visitors served. Not to mention we just need boatloads of copper for everything. I mean, it's from green thumb to composter upgrades to crop upgrades. You name it, we got to do it, so... Yeah, it's a little rough out here, but at least I can go ahead and serve this visitor. And we went up a cactus milestone, which... Oh, I crafted 2 instead of 3 by accident. There we go. Beautiful. I think I need to go farm some cocoa bean for that dude. Recipe wart. I need 6 for this dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gonna have to go farm some more nether wart very shortly. Clerk Seraphine. Cane. Yes, thank you. I have lots of sugarcane. I will happily do sugarcane visitors all day long. Thank you very much. And then this dude wants pork, doesn't he? Oh, raw rabbit. Perfect. You can have that. Beautiful. But yeah, just working on getting as much copper as possible and visitors completed as I can. But yeah, excited to actually put my pumpkin and melon farm to use because I really want to do this crop upgrade, or this composter upgrade, but it requires a decent amount of squash and polished pumpkin. So, little yikes. So I was watching some videos with Squid and kind of zoned out, but we did hit pumpkin 30, which is pretty nice. Not too bad at all. Also, the pests are spawning in so quick. I was farming earlier, and I looked back up. I was like, why am I getting like no crops per second or per minute? What's going on? I had 8 pests spawned, which for those of you who don't know, having 8 pests spawn decreases your crop rates by a sizable amount, to say the least. So yeah, need to stay on top of these things and stop zoning out while I'm farming. I can literally just hold like 3 keys and just run back and forth, so it's very chill. It's easy to forget that you need to focus up a little bit more than that. Garden is pretty sleeper in that regard, but yeah, we went up a couple crop milestones today, which I'm pretty happy about. One thing I'm not happy about is no vertexes. That part is actually insane. Also, this pest is gonna be the death of me. Where even is this thing? It's like somewhere off in this direction. Like, oh, here he is. Thank goodness. Okay, he wasn't gonna be too much of a pain. But yeah, just working on getting more compost, more squash, more pumpkins, melons, all that in between. If you guys did enjoy today's video, though, I think this is where I'm going to have to wrap it up. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Use code Zach whenever you find yourself checking on the Hypixel store. But yeah, a little bit more farming and garden content coming your guys' way. We have a lot of work to do to max garden, so it's about putting in the hours, and unfortunately, you guys are going to have to bear through it. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Peace out.